Hi, my name's Richard Thomas and I'm running for Owen Sound City Council. I suppose one of the best qualities I bring to the position of City Councillor is my collaborative nature. I work well with other people and I can typically see all sides of every issue. I often have my own views on things, but I do believe in the power of compromise in order to move things forward and get things done. I've been involved with the Owen Sound and North Grey Union Public Library for 20 years now as a board member, for about 14 of those as the board chair. I've been very involved in negotiating the Union Public Library Agreement and making sure it works well. Other things I've done in the community: I was the founding president of the Community Waterfront Heritage Centre. I was involved with the effort to save Owen Sound's Marine and Rail Museum just when things were looking gloomy for it. I'm a member of the Georgian College Community Outreach Committee, which actually operates within the community to find ways for the college to operate better here. And I've been a long-time member of the Owen Sound Hospital Foundation. I've been a member of the foundation for more than 20 years and spent a lot of my time working on our local healthcare service, which is so important. I think all rural communities struggle with the issue of how to keep or attract young people to the community. It's in the nature of rural communities, well, maybe I should say it's in the nature of young people to want to leave their rural communities. What we hope is that many will come back, and some of the things that we're doing to lay the groundwork for that. In the past year, we ran our very successful Are You Most campaign, which brought a couple of new residents to Owen Sound with their businesses, but more than that, it spread the word about Owen Sound. It got a lot of traction on the internet, and lots of people saw it and understand where Owen Sound is and what we're all about. Other initiatives, we're working very hard on the SWIFT project to bring high-speed internet to Owen Sound, and I always forget to say affordable high-speed internet, because that is the key of the SWIFT project. There's high speed here now, but for the kind of speeds that I'm talking, 1,000 gigs up and down, it's not affordable for regular people or even business people like myself in Owen Sound. So I'm deeply committed to bringing that to Owen Sound as a way to help to build our capacity to attract small 4- and 5-person internet-based companies. I guess the final thing that we're doing to try to attract young people is assisting in the creation of a community hub in the former Sydenham School, which will hopefully attract people and work as sort of a business incubator to help younger people get their businesses started right here in Owen Sound. The Owen Sound waterfront is one of our least developed areas of the community that you look at and you wonder why. A part of the reason it's not developed is because most of the land down there is privately owned. There are issues. We all know recently in the media there's been comment about how badly polluted Owen Sound Harbour is, but this is nothing new. We've known about this for a long time. One of the key pieces of knowledge regarding that is that much of the pollution is in the sediment in the harbour, and as long as you don't disturb it, everything is fine. The water is good. The water quality has been judged to be excellent. And that's why the idea of dredging the harbour is such a big issue whenever anybody brings it up, because that will, in fact, disturb those sediments and create a bigger problem than we already have. The other key thing that you have to think about when you think about cleaning up the harbour is who's going to pay for that. That is very important as a member of council because, of course, we often hear that people feel taxes are high enough in Owen Sound now, and to clean the inner harbour the way, maybe it should be cleaned, to say a pristine cleanliness, you're talking tens of millions of dollars. Probably, I've heard estimates upwards of $50 million. And the question I always have then is, where is the money going to come from? We do have a brownfields initiative that property owners can access, which will give them assistance in cleaning up polluted properties along the Inner Harbour. And there are a couple of other things. I'm just going to consult my notes here. We recently built a tertiary water treatment system at a cost of $48 million, the biggest municipal project in Owen Sound's history. And that's all aimed at providing clean water out into the harbour so that we are not adding to what's already out there in the way of pollution. Obviously, we're all very concerned about the opioid crisis that's hitting not just our city, but cities right across the country. From a city council standpoint, our role is really a supportive role in this case, as I see it. We're certainly supporting our city police in their efforts to deal with the issue, and we do support the health unit as well in their efforts to do public outreach and to keep people informed about the crisis. In terms of a council response, really, we can do our best to try and keep the issue front and center through our regular council meetings, but I really do see our role at this point in any case as a supportive role. I'm always interested in public participation in the democratic process. Outside of electing councillors to run the city for you, I think that there are a number of ways that people can participate now. I just want to comment briefly on the reason that the number of committees were decreased in the city, and primarily it had nothing to do with public feedback. There are still public members on our smaller committees. It really had more to do with staff time, because it takes staff a lot of time to prepare for these meetings and to get the agendas organized. And we streamlined the process just so we could free up more staff time, which is a good thing because we are a very progressive council. We have been a very progressive council, and staff is now busier almost that they can handle. We are bringing new people into our planning department because there's so much going on in the community. But that's aside the fact. There are opportunities now for public participation, which I'm very surprised the public doesn't take advantage to. Every single committee agenda and council agenda does have a position on it for public question period, at which any member of the public can come and ask any question they desire of the council or the committee. This is a very underutilized tool, and I would like to see more people who have an interest in the decisions of these committees and of the council to come out and use the tools that we already have in place. Also, as an individual councillor, I always welcome comment from people on some of the issues we're dealing with, and I can always be found in downtown Owen Sound at least once a day, cruising around looking for a cup of coffee at the Frogs Pond. So don't ever hesitate to get in touch with me or contact me through my city email address, if re-elected.